Hello and welcome along to the Tab Touch preview of day one of the Masters. Of course, the feature race being the $1 million Group 1 James Boag's Premium Railway Stakes. I'm joined by Wes Cameron, and Wes, it shapes up as a stellar afternoon of racing.
It certainly does, Shorty. A great 9-race card here at Ascot, and obviously a bit of a question mark over the top two. The best two runners in the railway, Blackheart, Bart and Scales of Justice, but we know if they were right, they'd be right in the finish.
Yeah, they certainly would. They do add a lot of class to this feature. Let's get to your thoughts on the big race, Wes. Having a look at the market with Tab Touch as it sits right now. Scales of Justice, the $6 favourite. Money for Tom Melbourne on the second line at $6.50. Blackheart, Bart at $7. Then we're out to supply and demand at $9.
I'm going with Tom Melbourne. I think if you're looking at an Epsom place getter racing in the Railway Stakes, they must be very, very hard to beat. Tom Melbourne has drawn beautifully in one. Damien Oliver, Chris Waller won the race a few years ago with Good Project. I'm going with Tom Melbourne to knock off one of our favourite sons in Blackheart Bart. Hasn't raced since the 1st of October, which is a little bit of a concern, but boy oh boy, his form is exceptional. Scales of Justice, you know that he'll be on speed, he'll give a stack of cheek. And I really think that Cosmic Storm can rattle home late at pretty big odds. 3, 1, 2, 9 are my numbers, but Shorty, the winner could be well concealed.
Yeah, maybe. Look, there's a host of chances in the race, and the one that I've got on top didn't make your top four, whereas I'm sticking with Darren Weir and Damien Lane to combine for success with Ullman. There's a lot to like about this galloper. The form heading in solid. It's got a nice weight. It's drawn well. And of course, Weir and Lane combining, I think it's a big plus as well. There's been a bit of money around for this galloper. I think it can run a really good race at double figure odds. Having a look for dangers, obviously Scales of Justice, the defending champ, very hard to knock it at its very best. Just wondering whether or not Lindsay's had to patch it up to get it to its top for this race, but if it's anywhere near peak, it'll certainly be right in the finish. I thought Tom Melbourne had to be included. Professional bridesmaid, it must be said, runner-up at 5 of its last 6 starts. I tell you what, if you're taking novelties, you've got to make sure you include it. And I'm going to throw in an old favourite of mine, the Grey Poonamoo. I thought it was excellent last start. It's going to be at good odds, racing well, and I thought it could spice up the novelties a little bit. So my thoughts on the feature. Number 5, each way on top, Ullman from Scales of Justice, Tom Melbourne, Poonamoo. The one that I left out that I definitely want to mention is Blackheart Bart. If this horse could return to somewhere near its top after a little freshen up, it could absolutely blow these away. He's been an all-time favourite of mine, so it really did pain me to leave out Blackheart Bart. Let's have a look at the other feature on the day, Wes Cameron. The WA Guineas. It shapes up as being an excellent race. The market as it sits right now sees Money Mahura, $4.20 favourite. Going back only 2.5 weeks ago, this galloper was a $41 chance in this race. Came out, blew them away at its most recent start, and all it's done is firm since. On the second line, Perfect Jewel at $4.80, Art Series at $7.50, then we're out to Arcadia Prince at $9. What do you think about the Guineas?
I think the forgotten runner here is Devilatio. No luck at all in the fair ether. Had a wide gate to contend with. Was trapped wide all of the way. Was there until the last 100. And from barrier 1, I think Devilatio is certainly the one to beat. And great value on Tab Touch at the moment. That's the way I'm going, Shorty. I'm going with Devilatio from Perfect Jewel. She looks very hard to beat. I'm not concerned with the barrier. She'll get back. We know that. She'll be running home strongly. Art Series will put herself into the race. She's on the 7-day backup from the champion fillies, and she'll be prominent throughout. And Money Mahur, very hard to go past, but he had that soft run in the fair ether. It's going to be a different story from this wide alley. The one that's probably caught the eye and is the big question mark in the race, Gaulois. Absolutely no luck last time out in the Carbine Club at Flemington. This horse can win the race. My numbers are 2, 14, 13, 3.
2, 14, 13 and 3 for Wes. I'm sticking with Money Mahura. I thought that performance in the fair ether was just like they opened the gate up at the 200 metres and let it chime in. It was excellent. That turn of foot was sensational. I think it'll be the horse to beat. Danger's number 14, Perfect Jewel. Akinar Star, I thought was solid last time out. And Art Series, ultra consistent. And of course, we saw it last week run another cracking race there in the champion fillies. An outstanding campaigner. My numbers 3, 14, 1 and 13. Let's move on to our best bets for the afternoon, Wes. Of course, remembering for all Tab Touch customers this weekend, the Ripper Special races 1 to 5. Extra super picks on all 5 of them.
And Shorty, I've got 2 in the first 5. My best of the day is Get Over It in race number 1. Hit the line strongly first up, the blinkers go on, should lob a beautiful position in the run. I think it'd be awfully hard to beat with the wind boost. Get Over It in race 1. And in race 3, Mr. Utopia. I think most people would have seen his first up run following a long absence. His second up, he looks as though he's returned to racing in fine form. we'll go the win boost with him as well. So get over it in race 1, Mr. Utopia in race 3.
I love that confidence, Wes. Get involved early, punters, with those super picks with Tab Touch. Race 1, number 9, Get Over It. Race 3, number 5, Mr. Utopia. And my best bet also comes up in one of those first 5 races. I'm heading to race number 4 on the program, and this wonder mare Volkoff, she's just an outstanding campaigner. Have a look at her 2 runs back from a break. They've been an elite company. She hasn't been beaten by too far. I think this slight drop back in class is going to be right up her alley. I think she'll get the chockies, punters. You can get involved. I'm going to win boost as well. Race 4, number 2, Volkoff. It could be a case of all duck or no dinner for you and I, Wes, nice and early on Saturday.
Let's take the duck.
That's the truth. The Peking punters get right around it. So thanks so much for your company. We'll be back next week having a look at day 2 of the Masters, where of course it shapes up as being an absolute beauty for the Crown Perth Group 1 $1 million Winterbottom Stakes.